Right, YouTube, Big Mike, without further ado, retro. Nah, this ain't right. It's all wrong. Right, YouTube, Big Mike, without further ado, retro. Nah, it's still not right. It's still not right. We're getting there, but it's still not right. There we go. Now we're getting there. You're right, YouTube. It's Big Mike, without further ado, retro. And this is our 50 subscribers special. Cheers. Right, YouTube, so I'm Big Mike, this is Without Further Ado Retro, and we are now officially out of the Dark Ages. Unfortunately, had a bit of a problem happen on Thursday. My router decided to give up the ghost, so basically I haven't had any internet for around, well, all over the weekend, but fortunately the box arrived today, and we are back online. So sorry I haven't uploaded any videos. I was gutted that I had to miss Manchester. I've seen a couple of videos, Infected Flinch, and another lady I've started to watch, some Lemon Amiga, crazy lady, Lemon Amiga or something like that. I'll look and I'll let you know before the end of the video, because she's quite a cool YouTuber, female YouTuber, sort of bang into her Amiga, so, and she likes the 8-bit stuff as well, which is cool to see. Yeah, so I was gutted that I missed Manchester. To make it even worse, I had no internet. Or I did have internet, but I was using my internet on my phone, which I used 10 gig over the weekend watching YouTube and trying to keep you up to date with things. But yeah, this is a 50 subscriber special. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the original subscribers. Thanks to all the channels, Tootie and Tony and everyone else who's given me a shout out and mention, and you know. Absolutely brilliant. Can't believe we're at 50 subscribers already. Upwards and onwards, onto the 100 next, hopefully. And but yeah, while I've been away, we've been busy with the pickups. So without further ado, let's move on to the pickups. Cheers. Okay, we'll start with the less interesting stuff first. This is a disc cleaner for the Amiga. Unfortunately, it didn't cost me $2.99. It could cost me a considerable amount more than that. I believe I picked this up for around £10, but always handy to have. Harder to sort of find nowadays. You know, nothing special, just a disc cleaning kit, but always handy. Right, the next one is Sensible Soccer on the CD32. I'm not much of a soccer person, but Sensible Soccer is... If you're going to play a soccer game, I don't think you go far wrong with Sensible Soccer. CD32. I believe I picked this up got it delivered for under £10. It's like £9 something. So, if you're going to have a football game on Amiga, Sensible Soccer can't go far wrong. So, that's that one. Right. Sticking on the football theme, I'm not into football. FIFA International Championship Soccer on the Mega CD. Like I say again, I'm not into football games, but I am quite enjoying the collecting on the Mega CD. So I think I picked this up between £5 and £10. It's certainly one. I don't think it's £10. It might have been about £7 delivered. So, you know, a bit of history, FIFA Soccer, on the Mega CD. So that's that one. Right, another one we have is Mirror's Edge on the 360. I remember playing Mirror's Edge back in the day. One of my friends gave me this. He said he was having a clear out at home, and he found this in the cupboard, and he knows that I collect my games, so he said that I can have it. So that's my friend Big Matt. So thanks very much, Big Matt. That's most appreciated. Like I say, games are always appreciated, free games. So yeah, he didn't have any use for this anymore. He didn't have his 360, he'd sold it. Found this in a cupboard and donated it to my collection. So that's appreciated. Thanks very much. Now, this is an upgrade, which is Shinobi on the Game Gear. Boxed. Not in the greatest condition, but certainly not in the worst. I've been after this for a while. I did have it unboxed, but I like to get all my things boxed. So I've now got the Shinobi and Shinobi 2 on the Game Gear, both boxed. So now my loose copies I should be looking to sell or trade. So we've got some more trades up together. So got some upgrades and some new trades. So it's always good to have some good trades in your arsenal. So, right, next up is another upgrade, which is the special edition of the Ghostbusters, the video game, and the Blu-ray movie. I do have the normal edition of this, which is just a game. I do have the Blu-ray movie on steel tin as well, but I thought it's always nice to have the nicer edition of a game that you can get. And this has, so you see the game and the Blu-ray of the movie inside as well. So it's an upgrade. I picked this one up for. I tried to get it for, it was I think he had it for £15. I asked if he would accept 10, if a bit cheeky. He come back and said 12, and I thought, well, fair enough. Yeah, this game goes for around that money, but maybe a bit stronger. It's going, it's on the up, this one. A lot of people say that this is like the third Ghostbusters movie, because if you watch it, like, you know, someone's done a playthrough of it, and you see all the cutscenes. It's almost like the Ghostbusters film we didn't get, like Ghostbusters 3, I suppose. So, yeah, a lot of people don't like the new movie that's come out. This is the original characters. I believe the voices are the correct voices as well as the same characters. So yeah, Ghostbusters, it's on the up, and got one of the highest editions you can get of it, as far as I'm aware. So I'll be selling or trading my normal copy. Right, our next one, it's a loose disc. Not sure if I had this, so I picked it up. Sega's Nights into Dreams, is it? This is the Christmas Nights. I do have the Nights into Dreams with the controller in the box. Not sure if I had this, so I purchased this anyway. These go for around anywhere between £8 and £10. I think I got this for around £5, so I've done quite well. So that's that one. Right, the next couple is we've got Fire Shark. I do have Fire Shark. The reason I picked this up, it was going to be an upgrade, but it looks about the same sort of quality. I mean, if you look at the top there, it's pretty worn, and the top of there is pretty worn. When I looked at these, when they had the picture of them on eBay, they looked absolutely immaculate. That's why I purchased them, but, you know, pictures can lie, can't they? So, you know, but yeah, Fire Shark. So we have a spare copy of Fire Shark now on the Mega Drive. So, and another one, which is Rolling Thunder. I purchased this one as well. I think this was about, I'm not sure how much Fire Shark was, probably between 10 and 15. And I got a feeling Rolling Thunder 2 was under 15. I bought this as well. I do have another copy of Rolling Thunder 2. My one's a little bit faded, so this is quite a nice condition cover on this one. So it'll be an upgrade for the cover. I was hoping it might come with a manual, but unfortunately not. No. So, but yeah. So we've got another couple of upgrades and some trades in our arsenal. So I'll obviously have whichever one's the better copy, and sell or trade the spares. So now here's another game I have been after for absolutely ages. Turrican on the Mega Drive. If you know anything about me, you know I like Turrican. I have many different iterations of Turrican through many different systems. Obviously, I think the favourite of Turrican is probably Turrican 2 on the Amiga, but you know, the best version of the original Turrican, I believe, is Turrican on the Amiga as well. But this is Turrican on the Mega Drive. Cardboard box. I do have this loose, so I will have a loose copy of this for trade as well. So, but I've been after this for a while. These generally go for around £40 on eBay upwards. In poor condition or okay condition. This is okay condition, it's average condition. It's not bad condition. It's sort of as I would accept it to be in my collection. But anything much under this, I would try and get something better. But yeah, so I've been trying to get these. I've been bidding against people, and yeah, so keep getting outdone about the £40 mark. I try and get for around 30, if not under. I've got a feeling I got this for about 26, 27. I might be wrong on that one. And would you Adam and Eve it? I have bids on another one as well, which looks better condition than this one. And I think I got that for about 23, so that's in the post, that's on its way. So once again, I'll choose whichever one's the best. And then we've got got some trades. We'll have a loose copy to trade, and also a box copy to trade as well. So that's those ones there. Right. The next one, might be thinking it's a bit of a strange one. This is Command and Conquer. Now, I grew up playing Command and Conquer on the Sega Saturn, absolutely loved it. I do have 2 copies of this, actually. I believe one of that's in my collection. This hasn't been put in the collection yet. I've got 2 copies of this. I believe one is sort of average condition with both discs, and I got a feeling one of them is just like case manual and one of the discs. But this is an upgrade. This is an absolutely mint copy of this. Really nice. It was sold as a mint copy, as you can see. If I can get the light on it, it is really mint condition, lovely condition. If only all Saturn games could come in this condition. And as per usual, nothing's held in place properly though. The boxes are ill design, but yeah, that's a really nice copy of Command and Conquer. Really pleased with that. So that's a keeper. That'll stay in the collection. And then once again, anything else, the other copies are there for trade. So, but yeah, what I can do with them, I don't know. I think I paid just under £10 for this. You know, you can get copies of this for between £5 and £10. But to get a nice mint copy for £10 really is a nice example of Command and Conquer on the Saturn there. So. Another one that I picked up cheap, I haven't taken this out of the packet yet, it's another one, nice condition, is Firestorm Thunderhawk 2. I got a feeling I like Thunderhawk on the old PS1, I think. But yeah, this was good condition, under £10. Saturn game, good condition, under £10. It's worth a gamble, isn't it? Pick it up, see what it's like. So yeah, that's the 2 Saturn. On to the next ones. Right, okay, the next one, we're on now to the big box Amigas, is Cybernoid 2. I've just kept it in the packaging, so someone's got a nice protective packaging. I don't think Cybernoid 2 is very good on the Amiga. I grew up playing this on the Spectrum. I think the better version is on the Spectrum, to be honest, but I got a feeling I paid between £5 and £10 for this, so £5 and £10 for an Amiga game, big box. You don't see this very often, so I picked it up. The next one is Power Drift on the Amiga again. These are all Amiga. I'm not sure if I played this on the Amiga, to be honest. I remember in the arcades, it was a great arcade game. I got a feeling this was quite a hard game to port, because I don't think there's many good home versions of this. I remember playing it on a Spectrum, but there's Power Drift on the Amiga, and this was about £8 or £9 delivered, so nice condition, lovely artwork. Proper old school game, old school arcade. So we picked it up. Next one is, you're going to say, we've seen this before, Mike? Batman Big Box Edition again. This is the 3rd time I've seen this edition of this game. So I now own 2 of them. If something's rarer or you don't see a lot of them, if I've got the money, I'll try and pick them up. Because it's the 3rd time I've seen this and I own 2 of them. So I picked it up. Batman's a great game. Like I say, the story on the Amiga is, you know, with the pack with Batman and that, really good Amiga game, great game. Great on the Spectrum as well. It's very good on the Spectrum, very good on the Amiga. Good game all round. Right, next one. This is another game that you hear a lot of, but you don't see a lot of nowadays. So when this came up, Chuck Rock on the Amiga, big box. Now, since I've been collecting Amiga again, I haven't seen this until I saw this one come up. So I put a bid in. Unfortunately, I got it. You know, it's £2 a penny on the Mega Drive, but on the Amiga, big box, not so. You know, it's not about that often. And I believe it was an Amiga game first, and converted onto everything else afterwards. I could be wrong. But yeah, there's Chuck Rock. You see a lot of Chuck Rock too, but you don't see a lot of Chuck Rock anymore. You see the small box re-release. I've even seen it on CD32 come up for sale once or twice. But that's the first time I've seen it into well, I've been collecting Amiga again now for about a year. In the year that I've been collecting for the Amiga again, and yeah, so I picked it up. So Right, and another one that I've only ever seen twice. I didn't manage to pick it up the first time, but I've picked it up the second time. New Zealand Story, Big Box Edition. I've only ever seen this twice. I have it in someone else's collection. Couldn't believe what I was seeing because I've never seen this before. You know, it always comes in the plastic glass cases. I believe the version that was given in the pack with the Amiga 500 in the Batman pack. So, but this is New Zealand Story, the Big Box Edition, which is the second time I've seen it, and I managed to pick it up. Now, this one wasn't cheap. I didn't want to let this one slip through my hands. Batman before was, I think it was £11 I paid for Batman. But I didn't want to let this one slip through my hands. It's the second time I've seen it. I got a feeling I paid 31 for this. It might have been closer to 40, which is a lot of money to spend on a game that's, you know, possibly going to corrupt and go bad after a while. But like I say, it's all about the artwork for me. It's all about the boxes and nostalgia of owning the boxes. You know, I've never owned this version of this game, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic in a cardboard box. Really nice, really cool, and first time I've ever seen it in person. So I'm really proud and really pleased to have this in my collection, and one that I've been trying to seek down and get hold of. I've looked through hundreds of listings every time a New Zealand Story Amiga came up. It was always a plastic case. In fact, I own the plastic case as well. But once I knew that this edition was out, I had to try and pick it up. So that's the New Zealand Story Big Box Edition. Been after it for a while. We can now tick it off the list. Sticking with the Amiga Big Box theme, we have Smash TV. I've never owned this on the Amiga, I don't believe. Don't think we even had a copy of it. I grew up playing this on the arcade and on the SNES. I'm trying to pick up a SNES version at the moment. There's a lot of poor condition ones, and the ones that are in good condition are anywhere between £40 and £70. You know, I think 40 is a reasonable sort of price to pay, but 70 is a bit over the top, really. So just holding out and keeping an eye on a few ones, bidding on a few ones. But like I say, I love this on the SNES. Haven't played it on Amiga, but it's a game that has nostalgia for me. So we've got Smash TV on Amiga. Boxes of average condition. Yeah, it's got some wear, but you expect that with games of this age, don't you? So Smash TV. Now another one. This was a bit costly again, but another one you don't see a lot of, which is the original sticker there. I'll have to remove that. James Pond 3. Possibly the worst of the James Ponds, but still a good game. Well, Aquatic Games is probably worse than the 3, but it's sort of an offshot in it. Aquatic Games. James Pond 3, Operation Starfish. Still a good game, great game. On the Mega Drive, back upside down, sorry. But James Pond, you can't really go wrong. Great platformers. Started out on the Amiga. I do have this on the Mega Drive, but this is the Amiga A1200 edition. So, I say this doesn't come up that often, and I believe it didn't pay far off of what it says there. I think I paid just under 30 for this. I think it might be just the side of 25, but it's around 25-30 for this, and you don't see this come up too often. So, I picked it up. So that's James Pond. Now, this is another one. Absolutely love the cover work on this one is fantastic, which is Leander. That is a fantastic cover. I owned this back in the day. Bought this when it was new back in the day. This is obviously not my back in the day version, but it's another nice example of Leander. It's called something else on the Mega Drive. Legend of Galahad, if I'm correct. But it started out on the Amiga as Leander. I do have Legend of Galahad on the Mega Drive. I will do a Mega Drive collection video at some point. I'm sort of doing the smaller collections first for insurance purposes, and then I'll be moving on to the SNES and Mega Drive at the end, I'm sure. So, and we'll also do a full Amiga run through as well. So that is Leander on the Amiga, which is a really good game, really lovely box and artwork there. So that's that one. And now on to some boxed SNES games. Alright, so Smash Tennis. I thought I'd pick this up already, but I don't believe that I have. So it's Smash Tennis by Namco. You know, you got the Nintendo tennis game, which is fantastic, but I think Smash Tennis gets overlooked because a lot of people get the Nintendo tennis game, but this is another great game. So condition is, I would say, a 5 or a 6. You know, I haven't done anything to this box yet. I don't know if I will. I think the only thing you could do is try and iron a bit more life into this, but I think once you put this into a box anyway, it will be, you know, it will look a lot better. So, but it's not bad. It's all there. It's complete. It has a manual, and I believe I paid about £17 for this. So we've got a new thought as SNES Collecting's concerned. If we can find it in good condition, depending on what it is, if you can get in games like, you know, in good condition or great condition, you know, for £10 or under £10, pick them up if they're sort of a more common game. If there's games that are sort of a little less common, or sort of just a common game, you know, but not as common as the, you know, the really common games, if you can get them for between 10 and 20 as well, we're going to pick those up as well, because the SNES games seem to go only one way, which is up. Good condition versions getting few and far between. So if you come across them, get hold of them, and then you've got them in your arsenal for swapping and trade. So, and the next one, this one here is absolutely fantastic condition. It's got a little bit mucky on the, that you can't really see it on there. It's got a little bit of dirt on the thing, which will hopefully brush off. I've got to clean it off. But look at the edging on this, and you know, it's like someone's just taken it out of the packet. It really is good condition, and it is official. It is the proper box. It's not a reproduction. It has the NBA logo on the side there. It is. If it didn't have that dirt on the front and that dirt comes off okay, I would say this is an 8, possibly a 9 for condition. 8.5, let's say, because like I say, even the edging don't really have any edgeware really. Really nice condition. And I believe, let's try and get light there. I believe I picked this up for £20, if not under £20, which is just absolutely ridiculous for a game in this condition. Like I say, you won't find them in this condition for much longer. So if you find games like this for under £20 in this condition, alright, it's NBA Jam Tournament Edition. There's plenty of them on there. There's the original NBA Jam, and then the Tournament Edition's the second one. You know, if you can pick them up and they're in this condition, then pick them up, because they won't be about in this condition for much longer, I don't think. So, like I say, we keep them in the arsenal. If they're not going in our collections, then we've got them for trades. Good condition SNES boxes are always sought after. People always want good condition SNES games, because they're few and far between now. You really sort of do have to pay a premium, and if you can find them without paying the premium, then pick them up. So that's NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Really nice, clean copy. So, and another game, a bit controversial, this one. And people might say, what have you bought that for? But it's part of history. Mortal Kombat. Again, I think I picked this up for £10. Might have been under, may have been just over, but it wasn't a lot more. And again, you know, the condition of the box on this one, alright, it's probably a 6 or a 7, because it does have a few dinks, but as a rule, the condition is pretty damn good. And like I say, getting this for, you know, there's a bit of a mark there, but, you know, look at it, it's, condition is pretty cool. I would say it's a strong 7. It's definitely a strong 7, in my opinion. And once you put this in a you know, protective case, it will look brand new. Complete again. Like I say, I think this was £10, maybe just over. Absolutely ridiculous to pick SNES games up in this condition. So, like I say, if you see them out there and they're available and you've got the money to pick them up, by all means pick them up. Now, a lot of people probably don't like Mortal Kombat on the SNES. I think it probably plays the best. But with Nintendo clamping down and the old no blood thing, yeah, the moves have tamed down, but it plays really well. It's a part of history. Mortal Monday, if you remember back in the day. I think I had this on the SNES. I didn't have a Mega Drive at the point when this was out. We weren't really too bothered about the SNES. We were playing a, you know, game with digitized graphics in the home. You know, it was fantastic. You know, all right. I think the Mega Drive got the one up on us on this. But I do own the Mega Drive version. I've got the arcades on main, like, you know, so it's just another nice complete box SNES game, and in fantastic condition to add to the collection. All right, well, see you in a bit. Right, and the last of the pickups is I like to call Frank, which is a part of a bundle deal. Sorry, I'm just getting into position. Part of a bundle deal that I bought off of my friend. This is why I have to get on the Facebook and the Twitters, because I'm missing out on stuff like this. This is a modded Mega Drive. It's got the AV mods, 5060Hz mod, the language mod, some other mods. So I've got this. I picked up Frank, and also part of the deal with Frank was a Mega Drive flash cartridge, which is another nice piece to have. What the deal was, and this was really annoying. Well, it wasn't annoying because my friend managed to pick it up, and I had it off my friend. So someone was selling in my local area this Mega Drive, a Master System 2, Japanese Mega Drive, and obviously the Evercarts, the leads, controllers, and everything. My friend picked it up he got it for 50 quid. That's bloody hell. You know, in my local area as well. Obviously, because I'm not on Facebook, I didn't see it. So I offered my friend. I said, "Look, you paid 50 for it. I'll give you a oneer." So I paid £100 for this Mega Drive, the Evercart, the controllers, Japanese Mega Drive, which he's got to bring over, and a Master System 2 as well. So I think that's good money. One of these modded Mega Drives, I think, is around £50 upwards, maybe. The EverDrive, if you bought them new, are about 38, I think. So to get all these other things as well, I'll take out what I want. I've been after a modded Mega Drive for a while. It's possibly not the best example of a modded Mega Drive, but I've got the Asian PAL Mega Drive. I've got a Japanese Mega Drive now, which is pretty similar to the Asian PAL, I think. This one now does all everything as well. So I'll probably cull a few of my Mega Drives. I think I'll have 4. So, you know, I've got probably cull a few of them. Keep the modded one. Keep an Asian PAL. You know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the Master System 2. I might have that because I have a Master System 1 boxed. The Master System 2 it's all about the Master System 1 if you can have a Master System. The Master System 1 with its boxy lines and, you know, Master System 2 always, it's like a bread bin or something, isn't it? Like, you know, Master System 1 is what we grew up playing. I remember the Master System 2. But, yeah, so I think that's a pretty good deal for the lot. You know, my friend got it 50. I don't mind my friend making some money. He had to do the deal with the person. He had to do the negotiations. And I don't mind him making money. I'd make money the other way round. We actually do a few game swaps and trades and deals. And the way we work it with each other is generally I'll win on one deal and he'll lose out. And then he'll win on the other deal and I'll lose out, you know. But in a roundabout way, it all works out cool. You know, sometimes if I've got pieces that I know he'll be interested in, I'll just give them to him. And same vice versa. I know he grew up playing Gain Ground. He loved Gain Ground. So I gave him my boxed version of Gain Ground. I didn't really get on too well with it. Whereas for him, it was a big part of him and his brother growing up and playing and enjoying playing together. So, like I say, this is the 50 subscriber special. We thank each and every one of the subscribers, everyone who supported the channel. Hopefully we've got a lot of ideas, some playthroughs and things to get some of these original consoles set up. The room's a bit of a all up in the air at the moment, as you can imagine. The amount of pickups that come in and everything is all up in the air. A lot of stuff in boxes. But we'll do a room tour once the room is finished. But we're way off yet. We've got to buy the cabinets and decide exactly what we want to do. But I might just get the retro area set up with the big Sony CRT, the modded Mega Drives, you know, the Saturn and everything over there. And we can do some gameplays on original hardware. I'm thinking about doing a video on Revenge of Shinobi because SNES-tastic. Seen him playing, and he was. I think he was just talking about he was finding certain things difficult in the game. I messaged him back and so give him a few hints on what magic to use and things. But I've got a, you know, I know the cheat code and things and levels, so I might just do an interesting playthrough. You know, not many people can remember codes that they remember from when they're 10 years old, being 37. But yeah, I remember the codes and everything for Infinite Shurikens. So I'll do a video and, you know, Pete can see that and he can use that cheat to his advantage. Not too much cheating, it's just Infinite Shurikens. That Revenge of Shinobi is one of my favourite games, and I know it pretty much inside and out, apart from the last level. Never remember the maze, but luckily nowadays you've got Google and you just get the map. But like I say, thanks ever so much, YouTube. Thanks for following me, thanks for supporting me, thanks for commenting, thanks for recommending my channel to other people. Hopefully see you all soon. Not sure what the next event I'm going to be going to is. I know that I'm definitely going to Blackpool in February, so that'll probably be the next one, to be honest, because it's a bit of a tight month again this month. I've got to find the money for the Xbox One X Scorpion Edition. That's out on the 7th, so they'll probably want to take the money out on the 31st or the 1st. So I'll have to make sure that that's in there. I mean, that's £450, which is you know, quite a substantial bit of money. So probably won't be going to anything this side of this year. If I do, it will be one of the retro fairs. You know, the markets, because I haven't done a market yet, but I've done plenty of the expos. So, but all right, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share, and hopefully the videos will get better. We'll have more interesting content, and you'll keep watching. Okay, YouTube, thanks ever so much. We'll speak to you soon. Cheers.